It's Week 10 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see Kenneth Walker, your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing.
It's the Seahawks and the Ravens.
All that and more coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson up here in the booth. Should be a good matchup here, Greg. A couple of playoff teams a year ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes, that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender?
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Lumen Field. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
Last week, when you go back and watch and study this tape, Mike, the problem is at the quarterback position, you need to be a difference maker. Last week, they were trying to overcome his poor performance, and you're just not going to be able to do that week in and week out at this level. Your quarterback has to be a driving force. He has to be a productive player within your system, and when you turn the ball over the way he did last week and not really lead to any points or any real sustained success on offense, that is a hard combination if you expect to win. So they're going to need more production, they're going to need more touchdowns, and they're going to need less turnovers. It's asking a lot. It's a big change from last week, but without it, I don't know if they can expect the results to ever change.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll try to run for it.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14.
Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time. Here comes Zach Charbonnet. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. Throwing is Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
I think when you go back and watch last week's game, Mike, I think 2 things were at play. Number one, let's give credit to the defense. I think they did a nice job of identifying some of the easy layups we've seen this quarterback hit from a week-to-week basis. They took it away. They made him go to his 2nd, 3rd check down through his progression. And then secondly, when the play did line up, when they did get the look they wanted, he just missed a lot of throws. So they know they cannot afford another pedestrian performance out of him this week. If he can play to the standard we've seen in weeks past, they can have a better chance of having a better result.
Now Lamar, gonna hang on to it. I fumbled the football. The Seahawks scoop it up.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. They'll go play action. It's Smith. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll motion over Metcalf. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. Taking off. And he's into the end zone. Geno Smith. Touchdown, Seattle.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. This drive will start on the ground. And he does not want to go down. Somehow he turned that into a gain of 6. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Coming open, that's the tight end likely. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Raven 1st down.
1st down, Ravens.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now he takes off. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They face 2nd down and 7. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, Jackson. That is caught by Washington.
Jackson's pass.
A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Baltimore.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Ravens 1st down.
One of the tight ends motions right. It's 1st down, and they'll run. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
He's taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Man in motion here is Washington. On 1st and 10, Jackson. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. 2nd and a yard. Jackson gonna keep it himself. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc, and that's exactly what happened here.
3rd and short, Jackson. He finds Likely, his tight end. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. It's the tight end Likely in motion. To the ground, a first down run. And he'll get this only to about the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Jackson now on 2nd down. There's a short one caught by Andrews. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Seahawks offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. From the gun, it's Gino. Got it with Smith and Jigba. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 7. play action now. It's Geno. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
Got a man. It's Lockett. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still first down.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Now, Geno. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He was seeking the veteran Tyler Lockett there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. A 2nd down throw for Smith. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive lineman like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
And that is not going to help at all. They needed a whole chunk of yards not going out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. 4th and long coming up. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Here's Michael Dixon now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no chance to down this one. It carries deep into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. The Seahawks scoop it up. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Well, he's a running back, new to the league, a lot of promise, but this chalk it up, I guess, Greg, to one of those learning lessons.
Yeah, how often have we seen this over the years, Mike? A rookie running back jogs off the field. He's got his head down. His head coach kind of gives him a side-eyed glance, and we go the rest of the game, and we don't ever see him take the field again. We've seen it happen over and over. Hopefully, in this case, this is a learning lesson, something he can bounce back from, because if you want to play in the league, especially as a rookie, you have to protect the ball.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll stick with him again. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Here's a 3rd down and 4. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Play action now. Jackson to the tight end Likely. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. First and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll complete it to Barner. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's going to have the first down yardage across the 50 to the 48.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Once again, it's Walker. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
Now Walker. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
On gain of a yard, brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he will have the Seahawks first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
29-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the shotgun, Smith. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Seahawks, first down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to
Neutral
jump?
zone infraction, defense. Still first down.
Smith. In trouble, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Smith to Smith and Jigba.
Smith's pass complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Pistol formation with Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Jackson. Quick throw, taken in. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Tyrese Knight in on the tackle. It's the tight end Likely in motion. 2nd down, Jackson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Jackson now. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down. Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
Off the play fake, Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. On the handoff, this is Walker. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. Slant, Smith and Jigba has it. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the defense has it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Smith now to throw on 1st down. He's going to look for the home run ball. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. He's going to run it. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. The line of scrimmage, the 7 for 2nd and goal. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plap?
This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. But let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks move out to a 24-10 lead. So, still the matter of 6 seconds remaining in this half. And the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was our visitors who were able to walk away with the road victory. Jaden Daniels, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. Aaron Rodgers, strong as usual in the victory as his guys run their record now to 7-3. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Jared Goff, strong in the victory as it pushes his guys back above the 500 mark on the year. For the Seahawks in the first half, they were led by their quarterback, Geno Smith. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Ravens.
Now a give on the ground. It's a gain of 16, and it's 2 nice plays to begin this drive.
Gain of 16 yards.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half, the defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Defense.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Smith, RPO, and that's Lockett. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
From the gun, it's Gino. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Ravens offense ready for this next possession. Greg, kind of a head scratcher in this one. A fumble or two here or there. That's going to happen. But they've continually put the ball on the ground in this one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like it, and kind of seems like when it rains, it pours. It gets a little mental for the ball carriers. They're kind of contagious in a sense, Mike. But you know who also gets really wrapped up in it is the defense. They say, hey, I've seen that ball pop out time and time again. You get those guys continuing to believe it's going to come out and attack the ball, and you have days like this today.
Flags coming. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Jackson now on second down. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Slot receiver, headed right. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. From the gun, Jackson.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one, returnable. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's Walker. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
Down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
A handoff, running left, it is Walker. He's going to force his way for a yard or two, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. That's on the former 9th overall pick, Charles Cross. On the ground, it's Walker. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards. The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down. Jackson gonna keep it himself. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now, Jackson. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Jackson looking to throw, and that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. A shotgun run now with Walker. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They run with Walker. And this is going to be a Seahawks 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
They'll run here with Walker. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
Play action now. It's Geno. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd down and 9.
And 9 yards to go.
Now, Geno. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
So second down, and they'll run it. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points. On third down, they'll try to get it on the ground. Oh, no. That is not going to work out at all. That will be a safety. That is the danger of the play calling down there, Greg. Try to stretch it out, can't get there, and it's going to cost them 2 points.
Most often, Mike, anytime you're backed up, the idea is to try to get the running back running downhill at the defense. For that exact reason, he got bounced out wide. They were able to string the play out towards the sideline, and it results in the safety.
Oh, he's got room past the 30.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And these numbers, Mike, as you see them, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Automatic first down.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the third quarter of play. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Once again, it's Walker. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Smith. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Smith and the Seahawks will go for 2 here.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone and bump the lead up by 2 more.
Not a real complicated breakdown needed here, Mike. In short yardage situations like that, if you have confidence in both your back and your offensive line, sometimes it's the simplest plays that have the best results.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Man in motion here is Washington. A first down throw for Jackson. He'll go right and find his running back. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. In motion comes Andrews. Throwing Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Man in motion here is Washington. Play action now. Jackson. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Jackson's pass complete to number 25. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long. A tight end in motion now. 3rd and long for Jackson. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Well, Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Smith. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
From the pistol, here's Walker. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At their 40.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain. 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Smith. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Tight end motioning left. Back near his goal line, Jackson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
This is a great example of why it's so critical that on defense, everybody does their job. You got a free hit blitzer coming right at the quarterback, but because they don't contain him in the pocket, they allow him to escape, and it doesn't allow that blitz to get home.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. Gets about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run it with Walker. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Smith. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Jackson. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
Second down, Jackson. Now he'll run it. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
What a play on 4th and long. 37 yards. They motion the slot man left. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Jackson now on 2nd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. To the air one more time with Jackson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. It is 3rd and 10. Slot man in motion left. Jackson up top again. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
That is caught, and they get the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points. Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Now Walker. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. The run up the middle, it's Walker. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. No louder place than here in Seattle before 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Seahawks offense and their running back set to go once more. And with half the season gone by, time to take a look at some of the candidates at this early date to bring home the award for the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Jason Myers for the Seahawks field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Their own 30-yard line.
One last shot now for Jackson. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago, a game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.